It is an original first edition Subaru Impreza WRX STI, Japanese market edition. It has a 2-litre turbocharged engine and 4-wheel drive and gold wheels. And by reputation, it is for yobbos. So what I thought I'd do is drive it from here in Nagoya to a very famous local road, the Suzuka Skyline. Very, very popular because of its winding curves with local Japanese yobbos. Okay? The chilling squawk of an Impreza turbo's wastegate is the sort of sound that sends women and children running for the sanctuary of doorways. If you imagine the camera in our car is your rear view mirror, then this is probably how you're used to seeing Subaru Impreza WRXs. Come on. Thank you. In Britain, at least, it is the calling card of the hooligan. But is that fair?
The Impreza gained its bad boy reputation burning up multiplex car parks in Essex and the like, and crowds would gather in their hundreds in the hope of catching an STI.
STI stands for Subaru Technica International. And WRX, by the way, originally stood for World Rally Experimental.
And like the Quattro, rallying turned the Impreza into a legend. In 1995, British motorsport company ProDrive tweaked it for the World Rally Championship, and it won. 3 years on the trot.
That activity spawned this, the version you could buy in the showrooms, the WRX. And suddenly, everybody wanted to be Colin McRae. And so do I. This thing goes like an absolute bastard. Yes, a dark blue Subaru Impreza with gold wheels strikes fear and horror into the hearts of right-thinking people everywhere. But hang on a minute, because I like gold wheels. In fact, I have gold wheels on my car. And there's something else. This car combines an intelligent and very effective 4-wheel drive system with superb engineering provenance and a first-class competition pedigree. That sounds like a right load of old twaddle, and it possibly is. But if I said all those words and then attached them to a name like Porsche, you'd think, oh, yeah. So let's not have any of this Yobs car nonsense. This is a thing of excellence.
Right, let's start giving this car the credit it deserves.
At the heart of the Scooby-Doo is a flat 4 2-litre turbocharged engine giving 280 horsepower.
And this neat engine layout leaves room for a perfectly balanced 4-wheel drive system.
And the advantage of symmetrical 4-wheel drive, Subaru owners will tell you, is that it will pretty much anticipate what the grip is for each wheel, rather than having to wait for a wheel to start slipping and then sorting it out. It's a largely mechanical system, and by modern standards, I suppose it's quite dated, but it does work. It works an absolute treat. It's a very, very lively car. It changes direction like a local councillor. I'm not going to claim that the WRX STI was ever a cheap car, but when this one was out in 1996, it cost £17,500, and that was £5,000 less than an Escort Cosworth. And I think this is cooler. This doesn't feel like an old car. I mean, it's 20 years old, this thing. It's absolutely as tight as a drum, and it still feels good. Grip, 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 power out of the bend. No problem whatsoever. Why haven't I got one of these? They're fantastic. It's got gold wheels. This, I think, is a deeply significant car because in the 60s and 70s, style and exclusivity were democratized by the Ford Mustang and the Capri. In the 80s, sports car performance was democratized by the hot hatch. And in the 90s, genuine competition-bred all-wheel drive systems were democratized by the likes of the Subaru Impreza. It really is genuinely a great car spoiled only by slightly dubious head furniture. Actually, I'd quite like to finish there, but I think we can get even more of the people than this.
Almost an hour ago, I said that all this stuff, Willie's Jeep, Range Rovers, deserts, mountains, monster trucks, that Lamborghini, the Jackalope, rally cars and hooning about in a Subaru, was relevant to the cars of the people. And it all is.
Awesome.